Alright, my dryer was not drying very well, so I called Splendide and they sent me these maintenance instructions. There is a lint filter buried way back in the condenser chamber, so here's how you get to it. After unplugging it, you have to remove the top of the machine, assuming you've got access to that. You have to wrestle it out of the back of your RV. So you get the top off by removing those screws. Next, you're going to see from the top the heating chamber. There are a bunch of things several wires to remove. There's also a big zip tie, which you have to snip off and replace when you reassemble. At which point you're ready, with the wires off. Now you can remove the size 30 Torx screws. There's four of them. With those off, you're going to expose the top of the condenser chamber where there's a hose that needs to be removed. With that hose removed, you now need to go loosen a clamp on the bottom of the chamber, which after removing the back panel, you can actually see it. That's the screw. You access it from the top. I used a stubby screwdriver, just snaked my arm down in there, found it, and was able to loosen it a few turns. At which point you can now remove the condenser chamber. So you wiggle it free from the filter down at the bottom, and then you're gonna just kind of work it work it back up out of the top of the machine so you can clean it. Once that chamber is pulled back, you actually get a glimpse there of the filter, which is what you're going to want to remove. In fact, the next step says that you need to remove a couple bolts to free up the filter. Mine didn't have any bolts. It was just, fits snugly in there, so I just pull it straight out. No bolts. Maybe yours has bolts. Take note of which direction's up or down before you pull it out. Just, make sure you get back in the way it's supposed to go. But when you see, as I pull this out, it's a mess. This is probably 70-80% blocked, so that's why I wasn't drying very well. So these are the maintenance parts. Step 10 of disassembly is to split that heating chamber apart using the size 20 Torx, at which point you can go in and reassemble and clean and whatever. I inspected mine, it was fine. Next step is to clean the actual condenser chamber itself and the filter. Just take it to the sink, use a long brush. If there's anything stuck in the chamber, mine was pretty clean, but the filter was the problem. And then you put it all back together in reverse order. Here are the steps. Good luck. Hope this helps clear up that maintenance.